All right, we're going to go over a few steps of the shadow. Number one, if you could say one thing to the person who has hurt you the most, what would you say and why? We have to ask ourselves that. And what you do is get your piece of paper and you write down what you would say to them and why you're saying it. It's shadow work hurts. I know it does because I've been through it. I'm doing it, and it's an ongoing process. It's not something that, because people say, well, when do I get healed? Healing is a process. It's just like that. This road out here. If I go out there and pave it, because I work, whenever they pave it, it's going to be nice for a little while, but before long, there's going to be a bump. There's going to be a crack, and then there's going to be a hole. Shadow work is an ongoing process. Healing is an ongoing process because there's always going to be a bump in the road. Now, go to number 2. What is your biggest fear and why? Now you can stop the video. I'm going to go through maybe 5 or 6 on this one. And as I say, it's not that, it might take you a little while. It took me about 7 months to get through, and I only got up to like 84 out of the 100 prompts. But take your time, write it down, because whenever you take it from here, and you put it on paper, you bring it to life. That's embracing it. And it's the process of healing. Now, number 3, where in your life are you currently feeling the most isolated, and how are you dealing with that? Number 4, what emotions do you deal with in a self-destructive way, and how do you usually deal with this emotion? We call them triggers. What triggers you to want to smoke a cigarette, to want to snap, take a drink, take a drug? What is that trigger? What is that trigger that just like takes you back to child mode whenever you was a scared child? Or whatever your situation is. Write it down. And I found this in rehab a lot of years ago. If somebody has hurt you, whether they're here or passed on, write it down. Write them a letter. Tell them everything that they did. Tell them how you feel. Tell them why you hate them. Tell them why you love them. Tell them what they did. Put it all down on paper. And express yourself. You don't have to give it to them. Even if they're alive, you do not have to give it to them. But once you take it and you put it down on paper, and I like to write because it takes it out of the subconscious and it makes it real. Once you get through with that, read it out and burn it. Give it back to the universe. Watch how soothing. It's like a breath of fresh air, And a lot of people have hurt me in life, and believe me, I've written a lot of letters. But once you get it out of your subconscious, it's going to help you out a lot. Now, what do you hate about yourself? Why and who taught you to hate it? Whenever I was growing up, people would say, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's the worst thing that you can say to a child. One of the worst. Because we project. And that's what you have to look at. I said this in my video that I posted yesterday. As a child, the devil wants to attack us. And that's how if he can cause destruction in our childhood, he starts dimming our light. children, I mean, they are the light because the innocence, and the devil likes to he likes to kill that. That's why so many things happens, the molestations, just all the abuse that happened to us as a child. Because from 0 to 7 years old, that's where all those subconscious blocks come into us. That's where we get them. You know, my son, he was like 3.5. He liked to work. He likes to build things. And I said, son, where you going? He said, I gotta go to work. I said, why is that? He says, because I'm broke. I said, who the hell told you that? They didn't mean it because they don't know. You know, it's just repetitive things. So I've made it a conscious, I make it clear, you know, we have to watch what we say to our children because we are the teachers. They watch us. And I used to explode a lot, not violently, but I used to snap. And I'd raise my voice. And I've seen my you know, I brought it to, my son did it one day to his little brother. And there was no violence, but he snapped, and it's like, wow. And I seen myself in him. I'm not going to use the word shame. I fixed that. Because they mirror us. And as parents, we owe it to them. You know? Nobody's perfect. But once you start healing, watch the generational thing go. Because have you ever noticed that parents, they're hard on us, but their grandkids, it's like, who the hell is this woman? Who the hell is this man? You know? But, because my mama, she was hard. And my aunt was hard. They were loving, but, well, they don't know how to love, but it's a process. And it's like we're getting better. We can either better our generation, we can either heal our generational curses and embrace our family secrets and move on, you know? But try those five prompts and see how it gets you, and leave a comment, you know? And if you need to talk, reach out. I'm here. I've been through the struggle. I've been through the drug addictions. I've been through the abuse. We cannot stay in victim mode. We have to heal because we all do it. We know, because like whenever we was a kid, we know how to get what we want. I was spoiled rotten. I stomped my little feet, you know, and get what I wanted. And it went right on up into, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, you know. So let's start the shadow work. And if you know somebody that needs it, you know, recommend my page. Let's heal. Let's start the healing process. See you in the next video.